That's right, girls. Just lay all over the ground. No shame. Right, Martha? Alrighty guys, thanks once again for joining me. This is your boy Ben from SplittinTracks Pheasantry. And in case you guys are new here and you haven't subscribed, please do so. I would really appreciate it. Help our channel grow. My dog's on a mission once again. That's okay, she's just doing her job. But anyways guys, if you're new here, please help our channel grow by liking and subscribing. The more you guys like, the more that this channel gets spread out to the algorithm, and the algorithm likes it. So I would appreciate you guys to hit that like and subscribe, and please follow along if you like content like this. You know, if you like bird tripping on a whole new level, I'm your guy. Anyways guys, let's just get to it. On this one, we are going to talk about nesting. Now, most of the time my pheasants, they just nest all over the ground, wherever they feel like it. But this season I have a new species, some Tragopans, Tamink's Tragopans. A buddy of mine who's been raising them for years says they like to have their nest elevated, you know, not laid on the ground. So we're going to figure out their situation. We're going to, you know, I have this old nesting box that I want to use. I was going to build a whole new one, but I have this old chicken nest box things that's just laying around. So I was like, well, that's cool. I'll just hang it up against the wall. So, but first let's go say hi to them and see how they're doing this morning. Mr. Tragopan. Oh, and the quail. You guys love the snowflake bob whites, don't you? Now, I've done a couple videos of how I house bob whites with pheasant species, and a lot of people say that's a no-no, the bob whites are going to get aggressive, and that may be, but my situation and what I'm working with here right now, and they got a big aviary here, so space is key, but everybody's getting along great. Now mind you, we haven't got into the breeding season yet, so things could take a turn, but for now they're all just fine. Nobody's pecking on anyone, and see that little snowflake? Happy as can be. There's Mr. Tragopan there. Where's Mrs. Tragopan? Oh, hi, sweetie. How are you? What's up, love? She thinks if she remains perfectly still, I can't see her. I'll play along and pretend. I don't see anyone. Now guys, my plan is to put that nest box up against this wall here. Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe over here. Now the ground is higher up over here, so she wouldn't be that far up off the ground, because we still want her to use this. So I want to put it in the most convenient spot that she will attempt to use it, which is right here. I'm thinking right here. So they have a little branch right here, this little tree, this little cedar branch that I put in here. It won't be too far up from the nest, so hopefully that'll work. We'll see. All right guys, but before we mount that nesting box, let's go see what I got going on as far as nesting in the other pens. Now, a simple board up against the wall works really well for most species. The swin hose, for example. Now you can see the swin hose, all they have is this board up against the wall here. Yeah. And they nest in it every season. I just need to put some more hay or some straw back up in there, and yeah, they're good to go. That works perfectly fine for these guys. Yeah, Lady Amherst, same deal, same setup, board against the wall. And with them as well, well, another Lady Amherst, of course. Silver pheasants, we'll slap a board against the wall there as well. And with the cliche and the yellow goldens, same deal, board against the wall. Hey Popeye, how you doing, buddy? You want to get ready for spring? It's too freaking cold right now, isn't it? Now I know a board against the wall isn't all fancy and all that, you know, but the birds don't care. It's just somewhere that they can nest. But I really think this is a cool idea. If you guys can afford to get some of these plastic cover rocks, they're pretty cool. So yeah, all it is a plastic cover rock. I cut a hole out in it, and it looks pretty natural. It looks pretty good. You know, a lot of people, when they saw this, they thought it was an actual rock, and they're like, how'd you get a rock in that aviary? It is what it is, just a plastic cover rock. Yeah, I put some straw in there and lay in there. Works out pretty good. Alrighty guys, now I want to share with you what I've learned about these pheasant species, the ones that I have, and their nesting habits. Okay, for instance, my Swinnow hens, they really care about their nests. They will try to go broody, they want to be mamas, so they really, you know, will lay in that designated spot, no problem. Now my Lady Amherst and my Goldens, they'll lay in their designated spots that I have for them as well, but it's more sporadic. They don't really care about the nesting situation. They don't make it look all good or nothing, you know, so yeah, but at least they lay in their nesting spot. Now my yellow Goldens, they just lay wherever they feel like it, all over the ground. You know, it's like an Easter egg hunt every time I go in their pen. And the same with my monos, okay? My monos just lay wherever they feel like it, you know? They don't really care too much about their nesting. So yeah, I handcrafted this bucket into like a nesting box just for my monos, right? You know, and when I first got monos, I didn't know any better. I thought they would use it just like a chicken probably would, right? Well, no, the monos lay anywhere on the ground, anywhere they feel like it. You know, I've had them lay on their roost pole, which, you know, the egg just drops to the ground. Found a couple cracked ones over the years. But yeah, that bucket's still in the back of the housing unit there, just collecting spider webs. And yeah, they don't like it. Maybe the quail will like it, you know. That's going to be interesting too this year, because I'm new to the quail. You know, how the quail going to nest in these big aviaries with the monos. You know, I suspect they're going to care a little bit more, so I'll just leave that bucket back there. Here, I'll show you right now. Yeah, see, here's the old bucket right there that no one's ever cared about. Just sits back here collecting or taking up space, you know. If the quail use it, I'll leave it in here. Otherwise, I'll just take it out. It's a big bucket for some little quail though, isn't it? Alright guys, since I'm in the mono aviaries, let me talk about Louise, my peahen. She used to like to lay her eggs right on top of the wire here. Now, I collected those eggs because obviously she can't just go broody on top of the wire. You know, we hatched out a few pea chicks, you know, pretty good season. And Thelma, I collected some of hers, but there was one time that she tried to go broody on top of one of the other pheasant pens. Not on wire, she didn't lay her eggs on top of wire, but she made a nest right on top of the hard panels, the roof panels. So, yeah, none of those hatched, but she tried. So, and it was their first season laying, so, you know, give them some credit. You know, they tried. You know, at least the eggs were fertile. And, yeah, that's a whole different story though, guys. But again, nesting habits of my birds. Alright guys, now let's get to the real job at hand here. Let's go check out that nesting box I've been talking about, and we'll see if it'll work. Alright, here it is, folks. This is the old chicken box, nesting box that I was going to throw out. I had it in a pile of old feeders and waterers, and yeah, I just have a certain pile of miscellaneous things that I use for my birds, you know, that I haven't quite committed to throwing it away yet, you know what I mean? But I was actually going to throw this out, you know, didn't have any use for it, but I think I'm going to use it for my Tragopan hen, and I hope she will like it. You see, it has little screws things right here, and we'll just mount it against the wall like so. But first I got to clean it up. That thing's been sitting for, geez, years. Alrighty guys, we got it all cleaned up. Now, this is going to be situated like right up in there. It's not a bad spot for it. What do you guys all think? You see she can jump up on this tree branch right here, right up to here. Maybe it'll encourage her to use it if it's not so so big of a jump or something. I don't know. We're all just trying, experimenting. Everything's a big experiment, right? But yeah, this is a pretty good find, isn't it? Well, that's all there is to it, guys. Now she has an elevated nest box. I hope Mrs. Tragopan really likes it. I like this little handle right there, see? That she can jump on. Hopefully that entices her to jump on it and check it out. Oh yeah, we've got to put some straw in there. Got to make it cozy. Gots to. Oh, look at that, guys. Hooking Mrs. Tragopan up. Now she doesn't have straw anywhere in her aviary here, so maybe seeing that straw stick out a little bit will encourage her to jump up there and check it out. There it is. I like it. I'm glad I didn't throw that thing away. Alrighty friends, well this is the time where I say please like and subscribe and share with your friends and family and all that good stuff. But I'm going to skip out on that today. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to say thank you for joining me once again on this bird trip and adventure. And I'm glad you guys all joined me. Hope you liked the nest boxing idea. I got out of having a bill done for Mrs. Tragopan. So yeah, you never know what you might use later on. Just if you hold on to some cool stuff, you know. Anyways, guys, I'll see you on the next one. This is Ben from SplittinTracks. Bye.